Hello students, all is well. This is Shahnaz Ansari, your social science teacher, and today I am going to teach you chapter number 9 of History, Traders, Kings and Pilgrims. Student, did you ever imagine that more than 2000 years ago, people from distant land as far as Greece would come to India when there were no aeroplanes, no trains, no motor vehicles? Well, Alexander did a long journey motivated by a desire to conquer foreign lands. Enthusiastic with adventures form a big slice of man's history. Let's see how these journeys and eventually the context with distant land shaped and affect history. So, let's begin this chapter with the topic traders and the black gold. Students, you have read about the northern black polished ware in the last chapter. This fine pottery, which you can see in this slide, especially bowls and plates, were found from several archaeological sites throughout the subcontinent. How do you think it reached these places? Traders may have carried them from the places where they were made to sell them at other places. South India was famous for gold, spices, especially pepper, and precious stones. Paper was particularly valued in the Roman Empire, so much so that it was known as black gold. So traders carried many of these goods to Rome in ships across the sea, and by land it caravans. There must have been quite a lot of trade, as many Roman gold coins have been found in South India. Student traders explored several sea routes. Some of these followed the coast. There were others across the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal, where sailors took advantages of the monsoon winds to cross the sea more quickly. So, if they wanted to reach the western coast of the subcontinent from the east or Arabia, they chose to sail with the southwest monsoon, and sturdy ships had to be built for these long journeys. Now, Movender three chiefs. Student, as you know that the important kingdom of the south were Chera, Chols and Pandyas. The Pallavas and Chalukya ruled between 6th and 12th century CE. We will be learning more about all of this dynasty later in the chapters. India being a peninsula, the southern part of a long coastline which is beneficial for trade. Also, there are fertile river valley like the Kaveri river valley. The rulers who control this land became very rich and established powerful kingdoms. Sangam literature mentions a Tamil word Movender meaning three rulers. These were the Pandyas, Chol and Cheras. These three southern kingdoms were in constant conflict for supremacy. The Pandyas occupied the southern extremity of India. Their capital was Madurai. The Pandyas kings organized Sangam in Madurai. The Pandyas kingdom prospered in trade. The finest fishing along of the southern coast were under their control. The Chera kingdom occupied present-day western Tamil Nadu and Kerala. The Cheras had an excellent navy and carried on the overseas trade with the Romans. Their main ports of Muziris, the Chol kingdoms, consisted of Tiruchi and Tanjore region in Tamil Nadu. Urayur was their capital and Kaveripattinam was an important port city. The chief of these three ruling families demanded and received gifts from the people. They also collected tribute from neighboring areas. They kept some of the wealth and distributed the rest amongst the supporters. Students, another kingdom ruled by the Satavahanas dynasty rose to power in 200 BCE. They occupied a large part of central India known as Dakshinapat, or the route to the south. Their capital city was Prashishtathan. The most important ruler of this dynasty was Gautamiputra Satakarni. The Satavahanas were efficient ruler, trade and commerce flourished under their rule. Bharuch was an important port city. Ships from Iraq, Iran, Persia, and Arabia docked here. The Satavahanas were the first to issue coins with portraits of their rulers embossed on them. The Nasik Prashasti also states that the king's joys and sorrows were same as those of this citizen. It claimed that he did not like to destroy life, even that of the enemies who offended him. Satavahanas declined around the 3rd century CE. So this was about the Satavahanas. Student, in our next part of the video, I will explain you the story of Silk Route.